Oh my gosh, it just keeps getting worse. How is that possible? Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosos fight in jeopardy, met with doubts. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. What can I say? Smash the like button. I am truly the greatest when it comes to this boxing delivery. So if you guys could hit the likes up, throw a like on here. I don't know how you found the video, but somehow you found it. Others are looking for the same content. Help them find it by hitting the like button. Now, it keeps going from sugar to ish. Teofimo Lopez, more bad news. I'll briefly go over this. Dan Rayfield, boxing reporter, says Team Kambosos requests that the IBF default Triller purse bid. So they don't want to pay. I made a video. You guys got to check the last video. This is a lot going on with this particular fight. It's been 5 switches, location switches numerous times. Teofimo said he was the A side. It's just looking horrible. Teofimo agreed to his portion to move the date. They had October, I think it was 4th in place, and then they were trying to move it again last minute. Kambosos said for the inconvenience, we want 300,000 plus more. We want more money, basically. We need more money because you guys have stalled us out long enough. And Ryan Cavagna of Triller says he's not willing to do that. He doesn't want to pay Kambosos more money. And I feel for Kambosos because he's doing the right thing. He's been stalled out. None of this is his fault. This fight should have been happened by now. And since it hasn't, he wants to be compensated. Fair, right? Sports Illustrated. It says, there are indications that Rematch Room, Eddie Hearn Rematch Room, which had the next highest bid, is interested in picking up this fight with Teofimo Lopez Kambosos. Rematch Room would not assume the October 16th date, but would instead target the fight for November, sources told Sports Illustrated. So basically, there was a purse bid. The 3 highest bids were Triller with a whopping $6 million, right? Then underneath that was Eddie Hearn in Rematch Room. And then last was Teofimo's actual promoter, Top Rank. So that's a bad look for Teofimo's own promoter because they had the lowest bid. So if Triller can't come up with the funds, or they're trying to get out of it, or whatever the case is, then guess what? It would default to the next highest bidder. It's an auction, meaning Eddie Hearn and DAZN will have a chance to air the fight before Teofimo's own home network. Oh, this is messy, people. This is absolutely sloppy. It's messy. Teofimo, he rode around on a high horse after the Lomachenko win. He said he's the best and $5 million minimums, try to leave his network. He said he declares war against Top Rank and Todd DeBuff. And he said he's bigger than Gervonta Davis, A-side. Look at how this is being handled. So now even if Triller defaults and the fight goes back to the initial purse bid, the next person in line is Eddie Hearn and DAZN. And they just lost out on Joshua. He just lost. So maybe DAZN tries to pick this up as one of their fall fights. So that's crazy that it goes through another fight company before it even gets to the home network, ESPN, and the home company, Top Rank, of Teofimo. Again, this is I've never seen something so sloppy in my time in boxing. Like, from constant date switches and money woes and everything like that. And I made a video about it. Teofimo was bragging. He was saying, oh, I'm the $6 million kid and $5 million minimums and whoop, whoop, whoop. And it looks like Ego Stradamus strikes again. Initially, see, there's times in boxing where it seems like I'm wrong, and then more information later comes out and develops, and it shows you I was right. But I said that Triller was overpaying for this particular fight. Teofimo is not as big as they would have you believe. So as a result, you know, that's a whopping amount of money that you would pay for a fight of this nature for anyone that knows boxing. But I didn't hate. I said, okay, I was wrong. Teofimo got closer. I wasn't even wrong. I said Teofimo wouldn't get $5 million minimum. And even with the $6 million plus bid from Triller, he wouldn't have got $5 million. But I was like, okay, he came very close. He came very close. But I said, that's overpaying for that fight. But hey, if they got the money like that, kudos to them. it appears that Triller does not want to pay. It looks like they're done with this fight, because why would you allow this fight to, it's just too problematic. You don't want to give, after all of this, you lost deposits for Madison Square Garden and things like that. Teofimo is not the star that he's proclaimed to be. You know, he's a good fighter, but there's a difference between being a good fighter and a massive star and being bigger than Tank. And this is what I told you. At the end of the day, this all looks bad. These are all the reports, right? These are all the reports. So this is ESPN. George Kambosos' legal counsel. His legal counsel. Oh, wow. Kambosos' legal counsel has sent a letter to the IBF obtained by ESPN requesting that the organization find Triller in default of the purse bid for breach of contract for failing to deliver the bout within Teofimo Lopez by October 4th at the Hulu Theater, Madison Square Garden. Story coming soon. This is a nightmare, people. This is literally a nightmare. We haven't seen something so sloppy, and I don't think ever in boxing. I don't know everyone's standpoint, but this just looks bad. That's just, there's no way nice to put it. This looks bad. Triller, Top Rank, it looks bad for all of them. The only person that it doesn't look bad for Eddie Hearn, because that's not their fighter. They may luck out and, you know, come up on the Teofimo fight, but this is a bad look. Top Rank being cheap, or Bob Arum being cheap and not wanting to pay Teofimo what they later would amend and probably resolve. You try to cut corners, and then Teo and his dad went another way, and David McWater, they're not on unison. They're not on the same page. So they try to go, oh, we're going where the money's at. Then Triller investing and believing that Teofimo was as lit as he made it out to be because he beat Lomachenko. I told you, that doesn't make you the A side. You have never seen Gervonta Davis have to struggle to prove his financial worth or his A-sideness. His business doesn't look all sloppy. They're putting him in venues like NBA stadiums, NBA venues, and he's selling out and doing $5 million gates and going viral with knockouts. Teofimo had to do all of this, and it's at a standstill, and they've completely stagnated and killed his whole wave and his whole momentum that he should have been riding off into his next fight. Like, man, he just beat Lomachenko. Some people even had him pound for pound #1. Not me, another thing I got right. But y'all had Lomachenko #1 pound for pound. And through it all, he's supposed to be on an incline. But he hasn't fought. By the time he actually fights, he will have been out of the ring about a year. And it's just been back and forth nonsense ever since. Now they're trying to hold him in breach of contract, which then would further put him out, because if Matchroom picks up the fight, or even if they decline and Top Rank gets a shot at the fight again, guess what? They're going to need time to now promote it by the end of the year, I would assume. There's a lot of pieces to pick up. This is a L. Let me know how I did in this video. Drop your comments. Let me know if you believe and agree this was messy. Leave me a comment in the comment section. But yeah, Triller, we got J-Lo, you know, doing all that and saying you're the big money man in boxing. It sure doesn't look like it, because I've never seen Floyd Mayweather, when he was the A side, go through any of these problems just trying to stage a fight, especially a fight of this, no disrespect to George Kambosos, but especially a fight of this magnitude. This is not Mayweather versus De La Hoya, or Mayweather versus Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley, or Canelo. This is Kambosos, a mandatory. And it's just, people are losing interest in this. It's not even that dope to, you know what I mean, for people to be hanging on to a limb and walking this tightrope with them. This is an L. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Do you want more content? Make sure you follow my socials on Twitter at Boxingego and Instagram at Boxingego1. Yeah. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster.